April and Jae, organizers of the upcoming Catholic Life Conference, are joining us. Hey guys, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
I mean, first of all, Jae, we'll start with you. I know that you're both very busy. You homeschool 6 kids, so you have the oldest being 14, Piper. See, I've memorized all this stuff, right? And so but it's a lot of work to do this conference. What made you guys decide to do it?
Well, really, it was there was a need for it, and there was. I didn't know how much work was actually going to go into all of this.
So it's a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, exactly. But with everything that we've done in our lives, I know that God was going to take care of it. He was setting everything in motion, and all we had to do was say yes. And so when he said yes, he also gave us a great leader to do it, somebody who is a doer and gets things done, but then also a committee of people that are just on it and love their faith and are just moving to get this going. So even though it is a lot of work, it's kind of being made easy because of all the people that are part of it.
Now, when you say that you had to do it, you just knew that it needed to be done. What do you mean by that?
Well, there was, we had conferences in the Springfield Diocese, but they had been put on hold or canceled, but really put on hold just for the time being. And there was just a need, there was just a shift happening of a need for families, and the conferences served us so well for 10 years. There was a men's and a women's conference, but they weren't happening any longer. So we had asked the bishop if we could maybe combine and do a men's and women's and include our children, who are the future of the church, and of course our Spanish-speaking parishioners. So we have Spanish translation for them, and we just knew that there was a need that we needed to serve the Diocese of Springfield and whomever else.
You know what I really like about it is a lot of times, haven't we seen this before where something is so wonderful, but you're going to miss 1 year, then that becomes 2 years, then that becomes, and everyone wants it to come back, but no one takes charge. And I by the way, Jae, I love how you point to your wife and just say, a good leader, you know, you're a smart man. You're a smart man.
Yes.
April, what's planned for the day? What are some of the things you're going to do?
Oh, we're so excited about the day. Our Lord really has set up a wonderful experience for all of us. Anyone can watch talks on YouTube, but we have an experience, I think, that's happening. So we were able to confirm and invite Dr. Scott Hahn to come and speak. We have Trish Short, who is the writer and director of the Chaplet of Divine Mercy that we all know from EWTN. She's a beautiful pro-life story who was saved by the Divine Mercy message. She's a model and actress prior to her conversion. We have Hudson Biblo, who's a young man from Canada who speaks compassionately about his own personal experience on pornography and homosexuality, transgenderism, all issues that we all have questions about. And then we actually have gotten a speaker for the kids called Popple, who's a Popple.
Popple?
Yeah,
I've
like
heard
the
of
toy.
Popple, yeah.
You've heard of Popple?
Yeah, Popple. Great name.
Yeah,
they're going to be fun.
Yeah, they are going to be fun.
kids will
I
enjoy
actually really
them.
want to see them. They're a ukulele guitar duo. And the kids program, the Benedict Center, the sisters from Still River, the Immaculate Heart of Mary School, they'll be doing the catechism for the kids, and then we're all going to join together as a conference with our wonderful music ministry, Vic Bergeron, to do a beautiful adoration hour and Mass.
And Bishop Rosansky's going to be there.
Yep.
Yes,
Bishop Mitch. And it's March 21st in downtown Springfield. What are some of the details?
So it's March 21st. We have a website that gives the order of the day, and we're going to have, everyone's going to be able to see Scott Hahn, but we're going to have breakout talks so that we can come together as a church and enjoy other things like adoration, confession, and the vendors, things like that. So it's really about community, pulling the church together, seeing that we're not alone in this faith.
It's interesting too that you spoke about there's a men's conference, there's a women's conference, which are needed and they're wonderful. This seems like a family conference. Is it important that we have something like this where the whole family can go?
Absolutely. We actually have a baby room with a screen for anyone that wants to bring their babies and enjoy the conference live via the screen. we didn't want to call it a family conference because we really want anyone that doesn't have children or isn't married. We want the single life and widowed, anyone to feel welcome, but we are providing services so that people can bring their family and their children.
Jay, what are you most looking forward to on this? It being over because it's so much work?
It's actually, I would say that I'm looking more forward towards the adoration, the confession, and the Mass part of it. You know, I obviously like all of the speakers, and I just don't know how much of it I'm going to be able to see.
Yeah.
So I know I'll be involved in those parts, and that's the part that really builds me up at the end of it all.
Yeah, I love adoration because it's that quiet moment where it's you and with God there in that moment, which is a great thing. And again, April, if you could just tell us, if someone would want to make sure they're there, how do they get there? Not in directions-wise, I mean, how do they get tickets?
Absolutely. So we have a fantastic website, CatholicLifeConference.org.
Oh, good one.
Yep. And everything you need is on there. If you want to be a vendor, an advertiser, a sponsor, a registrant, it all is spelled out very easily for you, and you can register online. If it's confusing, if you're not very tech savvy, you can call us or email us, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Our offices, it is a lay initiative that the bishop has supported. We look very professional, but our offices are our homes, so we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
They're very good offices. They're beautiful offices. And the date?
March 21st, 2020.
Very good. Well, thank you so much.
CatholicLifeConference.org. You know, when you said that, it popped up on the screen, too. It's like the magic of television.
It's magic. Guys, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
And best of luck. And I think it's going to be a huge hit.